let's be completely honest. If I was reborn into the body of a spider, or actually it can be any sort of monster that you would find in a dungeon, and then be set out into the world with the goal of surviving. Yeah, I'm not sure I'd make it too far. Or dead almost instantly would probably be the verdict. The trying to survive by itself isn't what I'd be worrying about. It's the little things in between, like building yourself a den, somewhere to relax, protect yourself, set up tripwires to alert you when people are near, or creatures. That's actually some forward thinking. Congratulations, little spider. But after the big battle with the serpent, what is the immediate next steps? Yeah, when you're in a place like this, you really don't want to accidentally pass out in the middle of nowhere. If it is an automated system, you'd think that this whole evolution passing out completely defenseless would mean that not many creatures actually get to that next step up. Oh no, what are you going to do? Good thing you've got a massive banquet in front of you. Lovely. I guess as a spider though, you don't actually have to worry about draining it of its blood, cooking it up nicely on a campfire. Be careful what she wishes for though. Remember, she got kin eater for eating the spider, so what else is she going to come across? Especially if she's going to overeat. Pay your respects to the fallen. I get to live because you didn't. And I know that we, as the viewers from this, are seeing the human perspective and the fact that someone else was reborn into the that little dragon body. But if you were the spider in this scenario, would you think that any of the monsters you come across could be other classmates? Or would you just go, food? And seeing the vast array of potential evolutions. I don't think I actually got too far into the novel, so I don't know how many things there are, but there are some nice, like, if it was in a video game or something, you'd think that's a cool enemy. And it might be because the CGI is a bit janky and the fact that her design is cutesy, but the spider isn't as repulsive as the when you'd normally see spiders walking about. Remember, with great power, in a place like this, yeah, I'd want to be aware of my surroundings. Have some sort of sense presence. Is there an area of effect? I would say that that's probably she's getting too much information all at once. Put it straight in the bin. That was easy. The web armor might actually be an alright idea. And her imagination is brilliant. It's one of the good things about trying to keep sane in a place like this. Now, other than the fact that she had the evolution, why would you also assume that the skills have that level limit of 10? Compared to the double digits, yep, 300 something does seem like quite good. It definitely helped her escape and run away all the other times. Don't count your chickens before they're hatched. Look at all. Appraisal. Shit. Okay, try the other one. And using the other monsters to your benefit, leading your enemies into ones that you struggle with. But her speed of, say, 340, is that... I can't remember what the word would be right now, but in relation to her size as well. Like a huge monster of speed of 50 would be able to catch up with her. Is that how it works? I don't think I'd stop running, but... do any of the other creatures have the same sort of flight response? Or is it all attack on sight? Good transition. And from running for your life, you go into a quiet classroom. So you just take a seat. He doesn't seem like the most pleasant of guys, yeah. But if you want to learn, I guess sitting closer to the board might be or not too bad. In a world like this, yeah, you would want some actual practical practice. But I don't think you should be so into it like he was. We have a very fervent believer in that religion. And the personal interplay and relationships are already having an impact. Got a better sword. You can't expect him to use the common equipment. Yeah, it's functionality, it's materials. If it's sharpened. And how much of your previous life would impact and influence your actions here? Any difference in the various designs? Water magic can still be quite devastating. For instance, making an orb of water in the middle of someone's throat and keeping it there. Various accuracy issues there. And let me guess, someone is going to completely blast it away. But they suck! You need to show them how it's done. Yeah, there doesn't seem to be a lot of natural talent here. And considering that she is also a reincarnation, can understand, is sentient, is she receiving the same education as everyone, or is she just sneaking because she's with the prince? Like a pet? If the spider's anything to show, the more you use something, the more it scales, so the more it scales. So I would consistently use it until I'm completely worn out. Okay. She really wants to. The voice of God. It's. Can't believe I overlooked that. Even if I have read. But you're going through a. You can't just do your own thing. The syllabus at the minute is water magic. Hmm. Oh no, he can use fire magic, but he hasn't proven anything. That kind of attitude will definitely get him killed in the if he was to be part of like a adventuring team. Being overconfident can lead to an ego can lead to death. There was some artifacting there. I wonder if it was in the actual show or just this video file. It's good to see that the teacher with the weird hair actually just steps in front of danger. Oh, fuck. So, are you regretting that practical lesson now? Ah, it's Godzilla. Actually, it's not Godzilla. For legal reasons. I really want the dragon to batter him a little, so that he learns not to overthink his abilities. Yeah. Resistant to magic. Let's try again. Doesn't look great, does it? And this is where having some sort of hero to look up to would actually help, because it would give you courage, but not sure if that courage would just get you killed. And you know, working together instead of blasting your overhyped shit magic at it. What sort of plan can you come up with on the fly to fight an earth dragon after all you've done is a little bit of training in water magic? Mental warfare? As a distraction, he's not too bad, but getting other people involved. Physical attacks. Jesus. Go for the throat. That wasn't too bad, actually. The way the flesh there tore. Where's that girl looking? But is this the first time she's had to kill like that, at least? Well, the teacher, though... Well, I guess you can celebrate a victory. Because he wasn't the centre of attention. He's the protagonist, you know. Oh no. Mm-hmm. Parents, siblings, uncle, estranged cousins. Choose one. And now she's off on the path of slightly questionable titles. And it is definitely a good idea to keep your spirits high when you're surrounded by death at every corner. So acting out a little play or concert every now and again. I might do that later after the recording, actually. And her pretending, well, imagining herself as Spider-Man, or Spider Squared. And her little tangents like that. You can tell what she was like in before the reincarnation. And we saw this evolution hasn't really changed her appearance, but futures, there's going to be quite a bit of change. Blah. And yet you continue to descend. With everything just having automatically set on attack, being very aggressive. Yep, there is at least they're not allies in this. Slink away. I think this is a situation that just calls for retreat. Kaiju. Oh, I forgot about that. Shame about the cell shading, but yeah, these monsters really don't have the great gauge on power. If they had, would they really have approached so carelessly? Run. Try not to catch its attention. Just what you want in a world fraught with peril and magic skills that can... It's kind of like Pokemon. Sending out a 10-year-old into the big wide world where the various animals are throwing fire at you, stealing your soul, rending the very fabric of reality. And yet that guy is still trying to be the big dangling silver bollocks of this place, isn't he? How long before he gets cut down to size? Again. Even if you did treat this world as a bit of a game, and think that you're better than people because you have a bit more knowledge and a bit more skill, a bit more power. Making enemies is not the great way to go about it. I'd rather not completely segregate myself away from those that could potentially help me in dire circumstances. But that's just me. What do you think? Would you like to impress everyone around you and show that you are the king, or try not to stand out too much, even if you are going to practice in secret to level up all of your stuff so that should the time come? The one thing you don't really want to do, especially in a dungeon, is accidentally go down a whole shit ton of floors, basically straight into a high-level boss. Now, I know that they have skipped over some of the previous monsters and fights and struggles, but there are some that I really want to see almost in full, even if it does take 10 minutes for that just one fight. If you would want to see that as well, you best come back for more. Despite some of the questionable art choices, it's not a bad little show. So if you did enjoy, leave a like and a comment down below. Subscribe for more. Get some rest. Get yourself a snack so you don't wake up hungry. See you again in the next one. If you want to feed my channel and help me unlock all of those little extra titles, maybe not Kin Eater, but probably something equally as taboo, then join on to my Patreon. So far, Sal, Raywin, Electric Ant, Denamet1997, Shiwan, Jennifer Rojas, Mecha, Stinsfire, Big Boy, Yuki Ali, Shane Dunlop, Dark Shadow 7899 and everyone else have been some tasty little morsels, although I really wish I had developed some resistances to the things I've seen.